Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Note Music here today with something a little different. Today, we're actually going to be doing a review of the plugin Captain Chords. Let's dive in. So we're going to start off here on the Captain's plugins page on mixedinKey.com. So all the Captain plugins are actually made by Mixed In Key, and the specific plugin that we're going to review today is called Captain Chords. So first thing we're going to review is the price. So if you go to Buy Now, you will see the price of Captain Chords, and you can actually buy it as a part of Captain Plugins itself here, or you can buy it as part of a combo. So you can get the plugins and beats for $99, or you can even go for a whole collection and get it for $214 or $142 or whatever you want, and it comes with a bunch of other plugins and features. However, if you just want the Captain's plugins themselves, you can opt in for this option right here for $79. And if you scroll down, you have two options. You can either pay with credit card or pay with PayPal. Another thing I really like that Mixed In Key did with their Captain plugins is that they created a how-to guide for all their Captain plugins, and it's actually very detailed. It has photos and videos, which I think that people using this plugin will find very helpful. Now that we've gone over that, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to open an instance of Captain plugins. I'm going to be working with Logic Pro X today, and how to go about navigating the plugin itself. The plugin itself is going to be the same across any DAW that you're using it in, whether that be Ableton, Pro Tools, or Logic. So don't worry about that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to Captain plugins, open up an instance of that, and right off the bat, it gives me an option to either write music in a specific key or scale. So I can either choose any of these keys and any of these scales. It gives you a plethora of scales to choose from. And I can also randomize it. So if I click randomize, it'll just give me a random key and scale to work from. I can also choose not to show this again, so I can bypass this start screen whenever I open up an instance of Captain plugins. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to be working in the scale of C major because that's something that's very easy for everyone to follow along to. So I click go, and here we are. We have an instance of Captain Chords loaded up. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the layout that is presented before you before I dive into the different features that this plugin has to offer. So as you can see here, you have a grid view of the different chords that you have laid out. You have a piano on the left side, and you have a bunch of chord options at the top here. You also have the option to play if you click this tab using a MIDI keyboard, or even using your computer keyboard as a piano or a MIDI keyboard itself. So here you also have different sections of your song broken up into verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and a drop. The grid view for all those looks the same with a piano on the left side. And if I go back to the verse here, on the bottom side here, you have different options in the form of minimize and plus icons. So if I click plus, it's going to expand the grid, and if I click minus, it's going to make it smaller. Same thing here. If I go horizontally, okay, these are horizontal controls. These ones were the vertical ones. And what I like about this is you have different views. So right now I have scale view selected. I can also go to folded view, so I only have the notes showing, or the specific chords, and everything else is collapsed. I have the option to go to scale view, or I could fit it to the view, or normal view. Okay, I like working within normal view. I just find it a lot easier, and you can actually see the different colors of the keys on the piano itself. On the left, you can see we have the different keys and scales that we have to work from, any chord progressions, timing, rhythm. There are definitely a lot of features that are available to us in the plugin. And if you look here, what's really nifty is you have a how-to guide. So if you ever need help on the how-to guide that is present on the website for Mixed In Key for Captain plugins, you can click that and you have that available to you. And now here I also have the settings, so different settings. I can check for updates, deauthorize the license for this product on the computer. There is not too much in the settings menu. Now that we've gone over that, I'm going to show you all the different features that this plugin has to offer. If you look here, this is going to be your arrangement window, and this is where all your chords are going to be laid out and you can modify them. So here I have a C major chord, and I have piano to my left, and when I'm hovering over the chord, I have a bunch of different options. So I can record a rhythm. I can also split the chord accordingly. So if I want to split the chord, okay, the chord gets split in half, and now I have two C major chords. Okay, I don't want this other C major chord, so I'm going to just go by resetting that to a regular C major. If I go here, I can click add, so I can add a new chord, or I can duplicate, so I can duplicate the chord I have selected. So for the C major chord, if I have that selected, I can duplicate it. So instead of splitting it, this creates a copy of that specific chord. So it's not split in half, it's just another copy of that chord that's created. And if I click add, I can add another chord. It usually defaults to the root note, so that's going to be C major, but I can change it to any one of these. So this is the different chords that I have available to me in the scale of C major. So if I was to click, let's say I want F major, right, for a fourth. I can click that, and now I have an F major. Same thing for this. If I click anywhere in this area here for the second chord, I can choose any variation of these chords. So I can choose, let's say, A minor for the sixth, and I don't have to just keep it in A minor. I can change it to any variations of an A. So I can do A major, I can do A minor seventh, or I can do even A sus. Okay, so I'm just gonna hear what that sounds like. It's not gonna be anything fancy. I'm just gonna turn on cycle there. So here. Okay, so that's what we have in terms of chords right now. Let's say for the second one, I didn't want any chord there and I wanted to leave it blank, so I can't simply click delete, because then the first chord or whichever chord will be extended to cover that place. So I can't do that. If I want to create a bit of a break or a rest where the second chord is here, I'm just gonna go here to the rest button and I'm gonna click rest. Okay, so I have to do that in order to prevent this chord from taking its place if I want a bit of a pause between these two chords. The other option you have here is octave, so you can actually change the octave that each of these chords are in. So if I click this, I can change whichever octave this is in. So first, second, third, and so on. Okay. Bring that back to second. You can also change the complexity of these chords. So if I wanted this chord to be a little more complex, I can increase this. Okay. This actually, sorry, if I zoom out a bit here on the vertical, you can see it, what actually happened. So this changes the number of notes that are present in this chord, and it usually goes an octave lower if new notes are added. So keep watching. As I decrease the complexity, notes get taken away. And as I increase the complexity, notes get added. And this is a great feature if you want to change up your chord progressions, do something new, be innovative. It's a very easy thing to do, and it's incorporated right into the plugin itself. Next thing I'm going to go over is inversion. So if I go here, you can actually invert notes within the chord. It's still going to be the same chord, however, some notes are going to fall in a different octave. So for example, if I was to do a second inversion, okay, it's going to sound like this. Got my pause, and okay, so let's see, change up your sounds. Versus if I was to keep it the same, it'd sound like that, but if I did a second inversion, hear the difference? Okay. So I'm actually going to delete the second one because I don't like having it there. I'm going to split this, and I'm going to make that fifth. Now, the next thing we're going to go over is the different keys that you have to work from. It's just the same thing that opened up in the first opening screen that we had in this plugin. So I have the ability to work from sharps, flats, just your regular whole tones. The next thing is the scales that you have to work from. So you actually have a lot of different options. You're not really limited here in the number of scales you could choose from. If I was to count, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 different scales to choose from. And from those scales, you actually have a bunch of preset chord progressions. So let's say I want to, instead of me creating my own chord progression, I can easily choose one of these presets. So let's say I want a 1, 6, 4, 1. I got it. Just like that. It's that easy. You can also change the timing on these. So let's say I wanted 3 segments. I want 4 segments. Okay, so I want 4 different chords, and I want them to have this timing. Okay, I'm going to click that, and now I'm going to have that specific timing. So let's hear what that sounds like. Okay, and in timing, you have a bunch of different options here. It goes all the way up to 8 segments. You can also get different timing patterns. So you got fast changes, you got slow changes. It depends what kind of song, what kind of vibe you're trying to go for here. So let's say I wanted a fast change. I can go here, and I want to keep it within 4 segments, and I'm going to go to horizon. Let's hear what this horizon sounds like. Ooh, I like that. Also, if you want to create more of a strumming effect here, you can also do that. And you also have the ability to go for a swing, so you get more of a human feel. Because if you add some swing here, well, not everything's going to be on the same timing. It's going to be off just a little bit if you add swing, and that is going to add a human feel to your music. And you can also change the how the offset in the swing as well. So you can go 1/8 or 1/16. If you want more of an effect, go for 1/8, but I just want it very subtle, so I'll go for 1/16. And let's hear what that sounds like. Okay, and same thing with the strum. I love strums, so I'm going to add it to all of this, and I am going to up the strum quite a bit, and I'm going to go I can either alternate the strum, I can have it strum down, or I can strum up. I like down. Let's strum down, and let's hear what this sounds like. Let's turn it all the way up. Ooh, I like that. And one of the most important features that I like here is that it gives you the ability to choose different sounds. So let's say you don't want piano strings. Let's say you want, what are the options here? Let's say you want a guitar. So you got a guitar, and it lets you hear it when you select it. I like rock G. Let's choose rock G. Let's hear what this sounds like now. Sounds very nice, actually. So it comes with a lot of great presets. The other thing I really like about this is it gives you the ability to export your MIDI. So let's say we had a different instrument loaded up. I'm going to create a new software instrument here. Okay, and it's going to be a classic electric piano. So let's say I want to take this chord progression in its MIDI form, and I want to export it into my project for use with a different plugin. I can just take this, drag it here, and I have that same MIDI pattern that is available to use for any MIDI instrument that I want. It's my choice. So if I mute this, I can hear what this sounds like now with a classic electric piano. what I actually really like about it is the fact that you're able to export all these chord progressions, patterns outside of the plugin itself for use within your DAW for different instruments. My overall rating for this plugin, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I really like it. It's for beginner producers, it is for intermediate, expert producers. If you're a beginner and you don't really know a lot of music theory, this is great for you because it essentially has everything laid out before you. If you're intermediate or an expert, this can still be beneficial to you because it can save you a lot of time in your music production. All right, folks, that's all I have for you today. Hopefully you like this review. If you did like this video and you found it helpful, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more of my content and you want to get notified when I post, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Take care.